Hello there people, today's video is gonna be about the Panama, not the Panama Canal, the Suez Canal. They've eventually getting the big massive super fucking container ship fucking freed. It's only took what, a week or something? It's funny to watch, like, innit, because surely they would have known that sending something like through that big was gonna fucking cause some sort of problems. I mean, you could fucking see it from fucking space. The Russians had took a picture from space and you could see it like at an angle. It's, what's it called? It's called the ever something. It's called ever something, but it's got evergreen written on the side of the ship. Because I thought it was called the evergreen, but it's called the ever. Oh, fucking forget what it's called now. Bastard, I had all this in the top of my head fucking before the video. I always do this. I got to do a video and then I fucking forget what I'm fucking talking about. But the evergreen, that's what it's got written on the fucking side of it. So here's a one. If you're into conspiracies and you're into Q and stuff like that. Not long ago, Q mentioned something about evergreen being stuck in water or something, didn't it? I didn't watch the Q drops and stuff like that, but I was talking to someone over the weekend and they said all this has been predicted. And I was like, what are you talking about? And basically what they say is, well, evergreen is the fucking code name for fucking Hillary Clinton, innit? They've all got their own code names, haven't they? Like fucking Obama was Renegade, fucking, I can't remember what Trump was. But Hillary is evergreen. And there was apparently some Q drop. I don't know the full story, but just what got mentioned over the weekend. Someone told us, it says this got mentioned, saying that something like this would fucking happen. And it has. Evergreen stuck in water or something. So, like I say, I never fucking understood the fucking Q drops and stuff like that. I didn't know how to fucking work them out, so I just didn't really fucking get into them myself personally. I am aware of them, I do know about them, and I know, like, since fucking Biden's took over, everyone's just said like, oh, all them Q people, they were all lying. I mean, all of it couldn't have been fucking bullshit. But if anyone's into them, you know, I just thought I'd mention it just to try and remind people who are into the Q drops, and someone might turn around and go, actually that's fucking right. So evergreen. What was funny as well was in fucking China this weekend, I think it was, there was a fucking massive fucking pile up caused by a fucking wagon that was turned sideways, strewn across all the fucking front of the motorway, and that had evergreen written on the side now. I don't know if it's just been fucking doctored for like a fucking image purposes to have a laugh at the situation, but you know, you never thought they were gonna fucking get fucking this fucking massive container out, but apparently they've done it today. There was one little digger at the edge digging all the fucking front bits away and that, but you know, it's done a cracking job. Everyone laughed at it at first, but it's done a fucking amazing job. It's getting it out, isn't it? It's fucking, apparently they're gonna get it floated. They should fucking wait, I was gonna say, you should have put like inflatable things underneath, but that's not the problem. And the problem is it's the fucking size of it, and probably the fucking thing is full of silt. You know what I mean? Well, not full, but too much to fucking cope with something that big. And now the Israelis, they were on about building another fucking canal years ago. I don't know if they've still mentioned it, but they were on about building an emergency one just in case something like this ever fucking happened. I bet you they fucking wish they did it now, or they'll at least start planning to do it for the future. Well, they're gonna need a contingency plan, either that or fucking widen the canal. I mean, this was a fucking, we can't really fault the canal because there haven't been much problems until up to now anyway, and this was a feat of engineering what they did anyway. I mean, that canal didn't used to be there. That's fucking man-made, that, the Suez Canal. You know, it's fucking, we fucking built that, we put that there. Well, not me personally, I wasn't there when we fucking shovel and fucking spade, you know, and like, right, I've nearly done it. But they build stuff like this, and it's fucking, look at the time and effort it's saved by just having it there in the first place. You know, they would have had to fucking gone around loads of countries to get to that point, but it was a good fucking fleet of engineering building that fucking canal. And like I say, we haven't really had much problems until now, so we can't fault anyone. They did a fucking cracking job, fucking a good effort, like getting it back out again. So, you know, where credit's fucking due. But like I say, a lot of people are complaining, saying, oh, the longer it's there, it's costing millions and fucking every day. You know, the more time takes away, the more money's getting lost. So fuck, we'll learn by our mistakes, so maybe after this mistake we might fucking widen that canal or fucking deepen the cunt, but we've got to do something. We can't just leave it as it is if we're going to be sending massive fucking container ships through. So good news, bit of good news for the week. There's Monday, starting off with a bit of fucking nice news for the world. Hopefully the rest of the weekend's the fucking plan. I had time to do a video the day. Honestly, last week was that fucking busy. I didn't even have time to fucking fart on out. Didn't even have time to fucking have me dinner. But this week's fucking seems to be a bit of a nicer week than me, so we'll see how the rest of the week goes. Probably because all the stuff's fucking stuck on that fucking container ship. That's why I've got a bit of a quieter week this week. But they've cleared it, so I expect next week my fucking week's gonna be rushed off my fucking feet. But anyway, I hope you have a fucking fantastic day, people. See you later. Love a lot of yous. Take care. Ta-da.